Hello, I am the CoolBanana and welcome to Dark Souls Remastered. Now, I'm not going to beat around the bush much here. I was looking forward to this despite the fact that it's took me 2 years to actually buy it. Well, it's only really been 1 year, we've only just started 2020, but anyway, let's get on with this.
In the age of ancients, the world was unformed, shrouded by fog. A land of grey crags, arch trees, and everlasting dragons. But then there was fire, and with fire came disparity. Heat and cold, life and death. And of course, light and dark. Then from the dark, they came and found the souls of lords within the flame. The first of the dead. The Witch of Asylum and her daughters of chaos. Gwyn, the Lord of Sunlight, and his faithful knights. And the furtive pygmy, so easily forgotten. With the strength of lords, they challenged the dragons. Gwyn's mighty lords peeled apart their stone skills. The witches weaved great firestorms. Nito unleashed a miasma of death and disease. Seath, the Scaleless, betrayed his own, and the dragons were no more. Thus began the Age of Fire. But soon the flames will fade, and only dark will remain. Even now, there are only embers, and man sees not light, but only endless nights. And amongst the living are seen carriers of the accursed dark side. Yes, indeed. The dark side brands the undead. And in this land, the undead are corralled and led to the north. where they are locked away to await the end of the world. This is your fate.
Our fate is to be locked in a cell, rotting away for the end of time. But a mysterious knight has dropped the dungeon cell key on a random corpse and let us free. Now, we are going to see that knight in this episode. We are going to meet him and speak to him soon. But anyway, here I am changing the controls on my controller. So, well, I'm attempting to change the healing controls because I believe this is a new feature in Dark Souls Remastered. But I'm trying to change the healing controls from the X button to the left stick. The reason I'm doing that is because my X button on my Xbox One controller is absolutely knackered. It really doesn't work very well. It does work, but I have to mash it like 7 times before it'll actually register that I've hit it once. So you can imagine that'll be frustrating in boss fights. I mean, it won't be too great when I'm like panicking, rolling away, and accidentally hit the heal button. But I feel like that'll probably be a bit less detrimental than not being able to heal. So, yeah, just having a look at all these settings here. Right, if I could get on with it, please. Yeah, this is a post-commentary because I haven't done YouTube for a while. I don't trust myself to think of things to say on the spot while playing the game, whereas I've played it now, I've gone through the areas and I've got the things to say that I want to say in my head. Anyway, I'm fat rolling here, which is based on the weight mechanic, which I will go over in a future episode. But these enemies here, they are non-hostile. They will give you souls, but they will not damage you, they will not attack you. Now I think this was just a nice little bit of placement here so that they could, like, so you could figure out how the sort of hitboxes work, and how you can attack people, and sort of how your attacks work, stuff like that. But here we see a stray demon. Look at this man. See, now this is a freaky creature, honestly. The stray demon, it's not the boss that we face in this area now. We come back to this area about halfway through the game, and you face that demon then. If you wanted to fight him now, you'd probably just die. You probably, actually, no, you couldn't do it yet. You have to get the elevator down in Firelink Shrine before you can get back there. I wouldn't recommend going back there that early, though. Anyway, we got this guy here, another non-hostile enemy. That one there is to teach you the lock-on ability. I deliberately didn't use it just to be a rebel, because that's the kind of person I am. Anyway, we've got a ladder here. Just push A and push up to climb up there. It's not the most difficult gameplay. And here we go, a bonfire. Sorry about that Xbox notification, by the way. I forgot to turn those off. I don't want to turn them off because I want the achievements to appear when I get them, though. So, although it does get annoying, twice I've had achievements pop up when I've wanted to, like, while I'm in the middle of talking to someone, and like, yeah, actually no, I think it was 3 times. I think every time I speak to someone in this episode, an achievement appears, and it blocks the subtitles, which is really annoying. I was thinking, well, maybe I could say it, but no, that's not going to help deaf people. But then again, this is a commentary let's play, so there probably ain't going to be many deaf people watching it. Up there we have a stray demon. That's not a stray demon, sorry. We have the Asylum demon. The next boss, the first boss in the game, He's going to jump down. Here he is. Fat ass motherfucker. Fatty himself. And he gave me a good smack in the face with a stick. He didn't hit me with the actual blunt bit. He hit me with the stick. And yeah, 2 damage. You're not going to be doing anything here. So yeah, the best idea is to not even go in for any damage there. You won't get hit yourself then. So if you don't go in to attack him at all, you just run to this door straight away. He won't even have time to turn at you. He would have just landed and stood back up by the time you get through that door. Another bonfire here, and that is a ghost of an online player, I believe. There's just a basic knight class there. It's not really, I'm not really going to be seeing much other than that because I am in. See that ghost there. I'm not sure about that. I think again that was just a regular basic class ghost. I don't think I will see higher class. That sounds really sort of money based. I don't think we will be seeing sort of like more better equipped classes in the Undead Asylum as of now. I'll give that guy a backstab there just to demonstrate that they've capped the damage on the straight sword now, so you can't just keep going on using that because you'll do as much damage to these enemies as you're doing to the Asylum demon, and that's just pathetic. So yeah, I was medium rolling there, so I unequipped the heater shield. Now, I do like to have a shield just to block damage, but you're not going to need it this early on, so I can get up my endurance and stuff. And then I'll be able to equip that then. Anyways, if we go over here, you'll see up there there's an item. Now the stairs have collapsed and it doesn't look like you can get up there, and in a second I'll demonstrate you can't run and jump up there either. As you can see here, trying to use the stick to jump, not quite that remastered. You can make it that feature, you can make the controls whatever the hell you want, but so yeah, they have sorted that out in a way, but I'm going to keep it as B jumping because I need the left stick to heal. So yeah, I'm going to be detrimented in that way, but hey, we were all detrimented in that way when we originally played Dark Souls, so what's the problem? Anyway, my computer's froze up a second here, so okay, it's fine, it's come back.
You're no hollow. Thank goodness. I'm done for, I'm afraid. I'll die soon, then lose my sanity. I wish to ask something of you. You and I, we're both undead. Hear me out, will you? Regrettably, I have failed in my mission, but perhaps you can keep the torch lit. There is an old saying in my family, thou who art undead art chosen, and thine exodus from the Undead Asylum maketh pilgrimage to the land of ancient lords. When thou ringeth the bell of awakening, the fate of the undead thou shalt know. Well, now you know, and I can die with hope in my heart. Oh, one more thing. Here, take this. An Estus flask, an undead favorite. Oh, and this. Now I must bid farewell. I would hate to harm you after death. So go now, and thank you. Now I must bid farewell. I would hate to harm you after death. So go now, and thank you.
I would hate to harm you after death. That giving us a pointer there to what this hollow curse, this undead curse, sorry, God, that's cretinous. Oh God, I'm actually an avid Dark Souls fan as well. I wouldn't say I'm like an extreme player. Oh. And there he goes there, Oscar Vestora. That is the knight who saved us from our cell, passing away there. You could see through the crack of that wall there slightly. There was a slight gap so you could see through. You can go back there and actually see him dying. I kind of wish I did that, but I forgot to do it, so I do apologise for that. But anyway, if you come down here, you can open up this door to get to that bonfire, just in case you are struggling with the Asylum demon. I could see why you would be if it's your first playthrough, or if you're using me as a guide, because Jesus, I'm awful, what am I doing? But no, I'm only joking, I'm actually not that bad. But yeah, anyway, Oscar there was meant to be more about him, I believe, added into the game, but it was removed for... I'm not sure why it was removed, but probably just development issues and standard stuff in games. But anyway, continuing on here, I tried not to take any damage, and it went well. Also, as you can see, I did this earlier to an enemy, and I didn't actually talk about it, but this move, that is the parry, and then a riposte. The parry is where, I don't know how to pronounce that word, honestly. Parry, pan, fucking Peter fucking K. I don't know. Parry. I'm just going to say parry. But anyway, yeah. That maneuver there gives you a massive boost of damage. It gives you a critical, gives you the critical damage, I think. I'm not sure what it's actually called. I haven't played these games for a while. I was like really into them when I played them. I was like really like up in the lore. I knew pretty much everything. I could recite the story. Anyway, a mysterious knight, without saying a word, shoved a corpse into a cell, and on its person was this key. Who was that knight, and what was his purpose? There may be no answers. I missed that. Anyway, the Asylum is a giant undead prison segmented by countless iron bars. Even if an undead were to escape from a cell, passage to the outside world would not be gained easily. But, anyway, I'm just reading out the lore here. I've realised reading out the lore probably is better for live commentary. But anyway, the master key. But in a cursed land of the undead, most doors are better left unopened. This universal key opens any basic lock. Tool for the trade of thieves, but yeah. But in the cursed land of the undead, most doors are left unopened. Sorry about my horrible reading as well. I'm not very good at, like, reading in context. Can I just say that? That I'll read the individual words. So, read message. Traverse the white light. You know, well, that's a bit different. Those are a bit different. I traverse the white light. It's absolutely dramatic. And anyway, the Asylum demon here, just roll off and stab him in the noggin. Oh no, we stabbed him in the shoulder. Oh, it's probably worse. At least if we stabbed him in the head, he'd be dead and he wouldn't feel it. Anyway, get a couple slices in on his asshole here. And he's going to do a butt slam. Yeah, his movesets are pretty basic. He can slam the hammer down vertically like this, which I didn't dodge and got crushed by because I thought I had more hits left with my stamina, but I didn't. But anyway, yeah, it's not very hard. If you go in and you go full aggressive, he will not be able to do anything to you, really. You just have to make sure you don't allow yourself to get hit, because as usual, for a boss, he obviously does more damage than the enemies. But anyway, we got the big pilgrim's key from him. So what lies in store from that? A key to the inner door of the Undead Asylum main hall. Big key belonging to a chosen undead pilgrim. This chosen undead knows not what this pilgrimage has in store. Oh, but this chosen undead knows what this... never mind. I said it right, just without the but, so it's fine. Anyway, if we use a big pilgrim's key here, we come out of the Asylum, and we enter a sheer cliff face. Well then, they found a secure location to stow away the undeads, didn't they? Fucking hell. Yeah, shove them away right at the top of a, like, sheer cliff. So if they do get out, they leg it. That'll be brilliant. That sounds absolutely brilliant. I don't know if you heard that then from my computer, because it sounded like it came through the monitor, which I didn't even know had speakers. What's going on? I don't even know what's going on with this. I tried to be professional. Honestly, I tried recording this. Well, I tried recording it once before. I got 10 minutes in, and I had to watch the intro like 3 times now.
In the ancient legends, it is stated that one day an undead shall be chosen to leave the Undead Asylum in pilgrimage to the land of the ancient lords. Lordran.
In Lordran, level up and kindle up bonfires. Go away achievement. I'm grass! Oh my god! I got an achievement and then I got grass. Can I not look at the gorgeous surroundings of this game? Please. Alright, thank you. See now, this game, this is sort of stuff I was hoping for. The vistas and the sort of the views, they're all amazing. It looks beautiful. Anyway, I was waiting for this message to go away, and it wouldn't.
Well, what do we have here? You must be a new arrival. Let me guess, fate of the undead, right? Well, you're not the first, but there's no salvation here. You'd have done better to rot in the undead asylum, but too late now. Well, since you're here, let me help you out. There are, actually, 2 bells of awakening. One's up above in the Undead Church. The other is far, far below, in the ruins at the base of Blight Town. Ring them both, and something happened. Brilliant, right? Not much to go on, but I have a feeling that won't stop you. So, off you go. It is why you came, isn't it? To this accursed land of the undead? Ah, your face. You're practically hollow. But who knows? Going hollow could solve quite a bit. What? Restoring your humanity? Well, there are a few ways to go about it. Collect it bit by bit from corpses. Or you can butter up a cleric and get yourself summoned. And the quickest way, although I'd never do it, is to kill a healthy undead and pillage its humanity. Coveting thy neighbor is only human, after all. What are you looking at? What? You want to hear more? Oh, that's all we need. Another inquisitive soul. Well, listen carefully then. One of the bells is up above in the Undead Church, but the lift is broken. You'll have to climb the stairs up the ruins and access the Undead Burg through the waterway. The other bell is back down below the Undead Burg, within the plague-infested Blight Town. But I'd die again before I step foot in that cesspool.
There we get a few inklings as to where the Bell of Awakenings are, but mainly I want to talk about the fact that Oscar Restoris told us that he found 1 Bell of Awakening, that he was supposed to search for 1 Bell of Awakening, and then the Crestfallen Knight there telling us there are actually 2.
Have you business with us? If not, I'd prefer to keep... Hello there. I realize that I have requested that we retain our distance. Here. Take this, as a token of peace. No, go ahead. It's for you. Oh my, you again. Oh, I know. How about this? I have to await my companions here anyway. So what if I were to teach you some miracles? Would that please you?
Yes, it would.
Very well.
Thank you very much for that.
Then first, a covenant with the gods.
Don't worry, I won't be going through the dialogue like this in the future parts. I just wanted to go through it like this mainly, and then we're going to become a little bit less lore focused, but I'm going to be focusing on it a little bit.
Effectiveness will be determined by your efforts and your faith.
Here we see all the miracles that Petrus actually has for sale. Not a lot that's actually useful right now. He sells a talisman, but we can actually get one of those in a second, so there's no point in buying one of those. The Thurland talisman might be appealing to you, however, but I doubt you have the 5,000 souls, because I don't. I killed every enemy, so... Although you could just grind up on the few enemies that are ahead. But the shrug jester there, lovely.
My companions are Milady and her young knights. She is young, but burdened by an undead mission. We are her defenses, to keep her from harm. Come again.
Very good, very good.
The effectiveness of the teachings depend upon your faith.
Yep. Whatever, Petrus. Anyway, yeah, as I was saying before about Crestfallen and Oscar of Astora's stories clashing a little bit, the thing I want to know is how Crestfallen actually knows that Oscar would have told us about there being one Bell of Awakening. Do you think Oscar helped free the Crestfallen a while ago as well? Maybe? I don't know. That would be an interesting little bit of lore, but the lore on Oscar is pretty vague, if I know rightly, and it's all mainly speculation. And little stuff found in the, maybe found in the codes or whatever. But anyway, if we come here, there's a little treasure trove. I'm finding this actually really difficult to speak over because I'm... sorry about that. I'm going through things in the game a little bit faster than I'm actually speaking. So I'm going to do this live commentary next time. Make it a bit easier on myself. But Lloyd's talismans there. We've got a few new items to look at. First of all, the cracked red eye orb. Invade another world. Hollows cannot use this item. Defeat the master of the world you have invaded to acquire humanity. The cracked red eye orb allows players to temporarily imitate this ability, normally limited to the dark race of Karth. So the dark race of Karth there, giving us a little bit more insight as to how deep the lore is going to go. Talisman utilised by All Father Lloyd's cleric knights to hunt down the undead. The undead blocks Estus recovery within a limited area. In the outside world, the undead are cursed creatures, and Lloyd's cleric knights are widely praised for their undead hunts. This blessed talisman blocks undead recovery, and something I skipped over it too quickly. Bone fragment reduced to white ash. Return to the last bonfire rested at. Bonfires are fueled by the bones of the undead. In rare cases, the strong urge of their previous owners to seek bonfires enchants their bones with a homeward instinct. Soul of a lost undead, bloody blah blah, it's not important. A rare tiny black sprite found on corpses, used to gain 1 humanity and restore a large amount of HP. This black sprite is called Humanity. Okay. yeah, this is a lot more difficult than I would have expected. Hammer with a sharp spike on its pommel, this hasn't really got any lore. Equip talisman to cast miracles, nope, that's got no lore either, so we'll continue on here. We'll come down here, and there are some spooky skeletons ready to do some murdering, and if you attack them there, you don't do much damage. And, yeah, I was going to get the items down here in this episode, but I think I will leave that for next episode. Yeah, I got a parry on one, and then the other one decided to cut me up with his scimitar. Bastard. Good weapons, though, those scimitars, and I didn't expect him to go back with that. See, and then blood loss, and, yeah. That was absolutely annihilatory, and my computer screen's gone again. Please come back on. Thank you. There you go. Yeah, I did indeed die. That was horrible. Back at Firelink Shrine. Anyway, I think that's a good note to end this first part on, a death. Anyway, we'll go down and get my souls here, and I'll show you the recovery system. And that if you collect your souls, you'll get them back. That looks kind of weird, because that looks like the Dark Souls 3 souls thing almost. But it's in Dark Souls 1. That looks a little bit cool. I like that. Anyway, Soul of a Lost Undead over there, not too important. But yeah, the recovery system works in that if you lose your souls, you can get, if you get to the point where you died, you'll be able to collect your souls. But if you die on the way to getting your souls, you lose them for good. That's the same with your humanity in this game as well. Humanity works a hell of a lot differently in all of the games. That's the one feature that hasn't stayed the same. Everything else is all similar, but the humanity system is always different in Souls games. We have the multiple use of consumables there. Nice new feature for Dark Souls that it didn't have, that came in Dark Souls 2. For the rest of the bonfire, now we'll reverse our hollowing, and we will become a beautiful human. Anyway, that's going to be the end of this Dark Souls playthrough. So I'd like to thank you all for watching this episode. I'm sorry for the sort of haphazardous commentary. I'm having to speak quickly because the video is going to end before I stop speaking. But anyway, goodbye.